Hello everybody, welcome back to the FM24 European Journeyman Save, and we have got through the winter break and we are back. But let's have a look and see how the season's gone since our cup loss. After our cup defeat, we then went back to league action, and a 2-2 draw is where we started after that defeat. And well, I thought we were going to have a bit of a hangover from the cup. 2-0 down inside 40 minutes. It was a very tough game, but the boys showed good character and came back into it into the second half. Smola, again, not having his best game, but maybe I've been a bit too judgmental on him. We'll find out why in a minute. Winkler was putting down the right-hand side. He cut the ball back, and Vass was there. On loan striker, Vass fired it through the legs of Federinsky and gave us hope. And with 20 minutes to go, we got the equaliser. Olar's cross was blocked. It came to Suto. He put a high ball in. The keeper absolutely got it wrong, and Cizagli was there for a header at the back post. But we dominated the game. Unlucky to come away with only a draw. We did miss a penalty inside 4 minutes as well. The next game, though, back to winning ways. A 4-1 win as Michael Omer ran down the left-hand side. He put a cross in which was connected well by Soskronios, and that was put us 1-0 up. He then fed the ball right and found Sazbo coming up from right back. Sazbo then got into the area, cut the ball across, and Cizagli was there for another goal for this season to make it 2-0. Just after half-time, on about the 50-minute mark, Winkler gave a good ball back to Suto. He floated across in, and Sosrakonios was at the back post to make it 3. Our opponents did get a goal late on in the game as a ball over the top came to Zimani, and Smosler in goal did his best impression of a traffic cone, not diving or jumping anywhere near towards the ball. But in the 91st minute, Andreas Winkler swung in across, and Dakic was at the back post to make it 4-1 in a game we were pretty comfortable away from home against Vassas, and I was very happy with that result. Another missed penalty for us in that game, though. Next on, we took up BVSC. That's the team that we played in the first game of the series, and Sokronios scored one of the favourite goals I'll ever see. He had the ball booted into his face and it went in. Dakic made it 2 from a corner, and that was job done. 18 shots to 7, 8 on target to 1. We are slowly starting to be very dominating in all these games. Condor laid it out to Winkler. He gave a very bad pass back to him, but it came to Winkler on the edge. He laid it off to Bentz to make it 1-0 in the 80th minute of this next game. Winkler, with one of the most audacious chest passes I've ever seen in Football Manager, laid it off to Gods and Teren. Sokonios was there again to score for the third game in a row to get us a 2-0 win. He has been on fire recently. Next up, though, we went 1-0 down through a penalty scored by Kovacs, who then later hit the bar from a long-range free kick, and his centre-back partner Vargas put it into pretty much an empty net to put them 2-0 up. But again, we fought back and did well. Suto controlled the ball really well, ran down the left, dug a cross out. It found the Winkler at the back post to make it 2-1 with 25 minutes to go. But we only needed one more minute, because a minute later, in the 66th minute, Winkler controlled the ball really well, got it onto his left foot and rifled the shot past the keeper. And with 67 minutes gone, it was 2-2, and that was that. That's how that game ended. We probably deserved a little bit more from that game. Into our final game before the winter break then, Cizagli ran down the right-hand side, cut it into Sikoronov. He got another goal in another game with a lovely curled effort from the edge of the box to put us 1-0 up. Suto made it 2 from the penalty spot, rifling it past Meghieri in goal. Our opposition made it interesting, bringing it back to 2-1 as Kartik put the ball out to Pelenyi. He got past his defender, fired across in low. Not much Smola could do about that one. And then we went and wrapped the game up as Condor swung in a corner. It was half cleared, came to Bentz. He laid it back to Gajar and he rifled his shot past the keeper. 3-1. And a game we absolutely dominated. It's a bit of a recurring theme here, but it leaves the league table looking like this. Third place, 40 points, and if we win our game in hand, we go top, which is really impressive. Highest average rating, Andreas Winkler, Cizagli up there as well, but the joint third most clean sheets goes to Smosler, which is really interesting. But of course, it is the window in the winter time, and Balaz Zmeli has been released on a free transfer. The deep line playmaker not making any appearances. Norbert Janos was released on a free, but he's been picked up by somebody else. And Gerglai Hajnau also released on a free transfer. The right winger never making an appearance. Milan Vass was recalled by his team MTK because we weren't playing him in the right role, which was very irritating. Almos Kalaf left on loan for first team football. He's not happy at the club. And Milan Kovac, the young left back, also leaves for a bit more first team football. But of course, we've got to bring players in to fill the voids. And we went for 2 youngsters, both of them on loan. Norbert Kesh joins. He actually, signed on on loan. And I'm getting confused. And Marcel Zernic. Kesh is the one I'm most excited about. A very tall target forward. We're going to hopefully see how he gets on. But looking at our top performing players in the first period of the season, sort of at the halfway point now, Adrien Gabor Sizagli has been absolutely superb as the false 9. He's been playing really, really well. He's been rotating in that role with Daniel Sozokoronios, who's also been playing off the right-hand side and scoring plenty of goals. Balanat Ola is our central midfield dynamo. He's a ball-winning midfielder with a hell of a shot on him and height at 6'2". But Andres Winkler has been our player of the season so far. Superb in every single game, and you absolutely love to see it. We obviously played some friendlies in the winter period, and we used them generally just to see how Sesh would do up front as a target forward. The first game was a 0-0. We should have won the game, but it just petered out into nothing. Next up, a 2-1 win against Ivanska, and it was Sesh who got both the goals. And if we see them here, Gaspinar ran down the left-hand side, looped a ball in, and Sesh did what we brought him in to do. Win the ball with a header and put it into the back of the net. His second goal was a little bit simpler for him, but still good movement and good play. Suto over the top into Gasper Lamar. He squared it across the ground, and Sesh was there to get his second in a pre-season friendly. Next up, we played Sezgedgar, and it was 5-1 this win. Some good goals in here, but we played a lower division team, so we're expecting an easy win. Ula squared it, Sesh hit the post, and Winkler fired in as powerfully as he could past the goalkeeper that was already on the floor. The second goal was scored by Sesh as Dakic put it into Gods from Telemann. Ula saw the run, Sesh used his strength to hold the defender off. Really well placed finish into the corner. And then the next goal from that one, Suto swung in a corner, gave it to Winkler on the edge, back to Suto. Then he swung in across, kept it low. In it went to Ula, who fired past the goalkeeper again to make it 3. The fourth goal, Gaspar got down the left-hand side, put in a cross in nice and early. Keeper punched away under pressure, and Godsev Telman rifled it into the roof of the net, into that postage stamp top corner, for what I thought would be the goal of the game, but it may well be this one here. Suto got past his man, cut it back to the edge of the box as Sazbo from right back rifles it across the goal and in off the post on that other side. Our opposition did score, but we're not going to show that one. Thank you, past day. Fellow managers, we are in an excellent position, taking on ZTE in this game, or ZTE, depending how you pronounce it. That's probably not even how you pronounce it in Hungarian, but it's what I'm going with. One game in hand against this lot. If we win it, we go top of the league for the first time this season, which, having been a newly promoted club, is quite impressive, I think. But we're doing very well, right? Third place. We have the highest goal difference, a joint with the top team at the moment. Win this game, we go top. That's all we've got to worry about. The games now are getting very, very spread out. Because I assume there's normally a packed schedule of cup games or something going on. But because they pack so much into the first half of the season before the winter break, we have games that are 20 days apart, then 7 days apart, 7, then 23 or 21 days apart. Then it's 6 days, then it's 7 days, and then it's a month. It's very odd. It's just very, very odd. But form has been really good, as I touched on in the little edit beforehand, so hopefully you're still enjoying them. And there is news to come around added leagues and everything like that. Let's touch on it right now. So more leagues have been added. We've added in Sweden, Poland, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, and I think there was another one as well that I'm missing out. Turkey and Scotland. I forgot Scotland as well. We've added in lots of new leagues. There was a bit of a request to be hey, why don't you get some more leagues in there if they're on view only? It won't affect the game too much. We're going to find out. Not all of them have all the leagues available because I thought, again, we don't want it to be too much going on. But yeah, that's where we stand now. So more leagues added. Some in Scandinavia, some others in Eastern Europe, some in the UK with Scotland, some in Turkey and that area. So yeah, it should be pretty fun, right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see where we end up. And given that our reputation will be growing quite quickly with how well we're doing in Hungary, I'm excited to see where we can go. But the same rules will apply. These leagues will get opened up as we win. Leagues in lower ranked divisions will open up the next sort of rankings ones up. So I need to go and find out what all the league rankings are and go from there. We'll see how it goes. In fact, what we could do is do it that whatever league you win, whatever country you win a league in, it depends on the league rankings in-game, not in real life. I think we're going to do that. So, for example, if Sweden drops to below Hungary and we win Hungary, we can just automatically open Sweden because we won in Hungary. But yeah, we will see how it goes, but it should be quite fun, gives it longevity, and I'm excited to see where this gets to. So the only other transfer that we're doing at the moment, we have a goalkeeper on trial. Gabriel Melli is on trial. Not looking amazing, but we know that Smosla isn't the best. He is actually looking pretty useful in terms of his pros and things like that. So he's got a good throw, he's consistent, loves big matches, good personality. So we're going to see what he looks like at the end of his trial and maybe make a decision. The Italian used to play for Empoli. I mean, he never actually played for them. He was in Serie CB, which is a low level, but getting a 6.76 and he conceded less than a goal a game, kept 13 clean sheets. You know, it could be an option for us. The scouts found him. We thought we'd bring him in on a trial, see how he does. And of course, then we've brought in Norbert Sesch, who had a good little period in the, I was going to say pre-season, but it's mid-season winter break, isn't it, that they have in Hungary. Hasn't played any games that we can see in terms of attributes and stats, but in terms of his pre-season or midwinter friendlies, 2 appearances, 1 as a sub, 3 goals, 7.47, shot on target 71% at the time. Good bit of passing, and more importantly, scored a header from a cross, which is what we're after. 6'1", and he does come with good consistency, very good at heading the ball, doing well in training, lots of room to grow, good personality, and a good in the air, which is exactly what we want, to be honest. 6'1", Norbert Sesch. Then we're going to see how he gets on. We can approach to sign him on a full-time deal if it works out, on loan from Nira Gahaza, who are in the division above. So yeah, we've brought him in, see how he gets on. The reason we've brought him in is because I've been doing some more research on Maribor and Darko Milanovic when he was there and everything it was about. So I think next episode we'll have a little snippet. We'll do a little recap quickly of how the season's gone since this episode, but we'll do a snippet into a bit more about the philosophy and how we're going to play following what Darko Milanovic did in his time at Maribor. That's what we're generally focusing on. I just picked him. A lot of people have asked, why did I pick him as a manager? He's Maribor's most successful manager ever. I love Maribor. He's the most successful manager in Slovenian Premier League history. I think that's another tick in the box. And he's a bit of a journeyman, how he's travelled around and done everything. And I found out recently as well, he got sacked from Slovan Bratislava when they had reached the cup final and were top of the league. So he got sacked because of a poor run of results. Not too sure how poor it can be if you've reached the cup final and are top of the league, but there we go. That is what happened. Anyway, we are going to be taking on ZTE in this one. That's what I'm calling them. We will put our filter back on for unavailable players, which means we can also get rid of the not the club one because it cancels them out. Anyway, so losing the striker was harsh, but we have brought in Sesch. I think in this game, what does the data hub say they're going to be lining up like? A 4-4-2. We're going to match them to start. I think we're going to go 4-4-2 to start this one. Now, interestingly, we have brought Sesch in as a bit more of sort of a target man, a target forward, a bit more of a strength player, but it doesn't mean we're going to change how we're using the roles we've set up. I like how the tactic plays. We're getting crosses into the box, and I sort of feel like this role as an advanced forward is better suited for the system than a target forward. So we will be sticking with it in there. But Smola does keep his place in goal. We've got a few more unhappy players that aren't getting football, but they can get in the bin because we've got a chance to go top of the league. Dakic at centre-back. He will partner back there. Beres, that's been a good little partnership. Beres, again, another one potentially we could look to bring in at the end of his deal. We might be able to make a little cheeky offer for him there, but who knows. At right back, we will start Sazbo at right back, and then at left back, we'll start Hadaro, who's actually got very good, he's got better crossing stats, I would say, than Suto. He's actually been doing pretty well whenever he plays. He's got a bit annoyed because he wasn't playing enough, so we'll give him a chance to start in this one. On the right hand side obviously will be Winkler. The ball winning midfielder for this one will be Telman, or Godzev Telman. Next to him will be Ola, and then on the left wing, now we get a bit of a choice. Got Guiraran, who's done okay, Gaspar, who's getting a few assists here and there. We've got Soskrionos, who can play there, which it's not his best position, but putting these two on the wing is pretty good. So I think we will. I think we'll start with Sos Krionos, and then it will be Cesargli as the false 9. And we'll start with Omar up front, Sesh on the bench, Guerin on the bench, Gasplamar on the bench, Mensah on the bench, Suto on the bench as well. We'll put Bentz on the bench, we'll put Rosas on the bench, and then Hal on the bench as well. And I think we're then actually missing 4 subs. Oh my god, we can have loads. Sazbo, Zernic, and one of these. Now, I'm not going to put either of those on the bench. We're going to call up our under-19s and put those 2 on the bench just to make it so. Because why would I call up greyed out backup goalkeepers when I can call on players that are actually at the club and go with that? No injuries, nothing to worry about. Everybody's pretty fit and healthy. So let's get into this one. And we need to give squad numbers to these 2. I was going to say nobodies. 2 players that I don't think are going to make the cut in future squads. Yeah, we will see. It's actually not. The 2 loanees got the numbers, which is, I probably shouldn't be too offensive to them. But yeah, I was really annoyed about the whole Vass loan situation. They called him back because we weren't playing him in the role they wanted, but we were playing him up front, which is the role they wanted. It was very, very strange. Very, very strange. And he had scored quite a few goals and was playing a fair amount. It was just very annoying. But there we go. They're lining up in a 4-4-2. They've got a lot of actual faces in there, which is good to see. And there's us in our 4-4-2. Omar and Cesargli up front have now formed a pretty good partnership. Omar is coming around, Michael Omar. He's not had, well, he didn't have the best of starts, but he's just getting into the speed of where we want him to be, which is annoying because he's taken a bit too long. Because if we do get promoted, he's probably not good enough for the Hungarian Premier League, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, I haven't set up my opposition instructions yet, so we'll go and do that in a minute. Mim into Sezendri into the box, and Sazmola is so bad. He is so bad. I mean, that Italian goalkeeper may just be signed because he's not Samola, which I know is not the reason to sign a goalkeeper. There is one other goalkeeper that I tried to get in on trial, and he said no, which generally means he then probably won't discuss with us contracts anyway, or if he does discuss a contract, it'll be maximum wages, star player, all of that stuff. But he is from an English Premier League youth academy, so it might be worth a little punt just for a bit of potential. Winkler into Cesargli, just cuts back into Ola. Ola over the top looking for Michael, but that's not going to be good enough, and it's going to remain 1-0 as Kiss takes over the ball. Yes, I'd ideally very much like to win this game. Let's go attacking and see what we can do. Hadaro down the left-hand side. Now I was praising his crossing ability, and he's going to cut this one back to Ola. It's not a good pass from Hadaro, though. Sankovic out to Mim. Ball through. He's offside. He's offside. Spaladic is offside. Put your flag up. Thank you very much. He's offside. There's no VAR down here, which is really interesting, because we were definitely given a penalty that was outside the box in an earlier game. I didn't find the highlight, but we were definitely given a penalty. There wasn't a penalty. But oh well, I'm always going to be happy when it goes in my favour. Hadaro swings across in. Winkler can't get there. Mim's beaten to it. Winkler brings it down. Cross in. It's blocked from Beddy. Sazbo will try and keep this alive. And out he goes to Dakic. Dakic goes over the top. Cesargli flicks it on. Oh, comfortable header back to the keeper. Cesargli should not be winning a header against this guy. He's like 5'3". That guy looks like 6'2". Nice and composed back to Sazmola. Hadaro comes forward again into Ola. Back to Hadaro. Hadaro goes long. We do like a little bit of a direct pass up to the strikers, but oh, he's giving that away. He's giving it to Cesargli. Oh, who's missed? He's on form and he's missed a sitter. Oh, that is rubbish. Winkler. Back to Cesargli and to Ola. Back to Winkler. Did he stay on side? No, he didn't. He's offside. Half an hour gone. This might be a cheeky change to the 4-2-3-1 to see if we can throw some more bodies forward, because we're having the better of the game, but we're not creating great chances, to be honest. Corner. Winkler cuts it to the edge again. Cesargli's there. Gets past his man. Cesargli shoots. Not the best shot, to be honest. 5 minutes till half time. We are getting more into the game now that we've gone attacking and we're pressuring their back line with opposition instructions, but yeah, this is not the performance I wanted for you guys to see on camera. No, I'm going to point the finger and say I want to see a much better display. Do we bring on the big man, Do you know what we do? He's coming on at half time for his debut. That's what we're going with. We're going to chuck him on. He fits into the 4-2-3-1 really well as well. So let's hit the big man and see what he can do. He's a big boy. He's got strength in heading, strength in jumping as well. Here's Giannis into Hadaro. Cross in. It was low, which isn't ideal. Dakic into Sazbo. Sazbo dinks it over. Soronkos can't get there. Meska will look to bring this one away into Sankovic. Sazendri. Kapus just easily sprints past his man. Out to Mim. Mim comes forward. That ball in. Sazendri's there. Cut back to Meska. Sankovic out to Huzti. Shoots and it just goes past the post. I think we're gonna change this up and go to our attacking system of our 4-2-3-1, where Sesh then goes up front. Sazagli in behind. Securnos, Winkler, Tellman, Ola. I just need to remember which one has the better passing of you two. Ability, passing is 2 full circles. Ola, I think, is slightly better. Ability, yeah, passing 3. So you're on that side. Only because this side has take more risks on it, so he'll try more risky passes. Sazbo, Dakic, Beres and Hadaro. It's much more attacking. Let's see how it goes. Winkler with a free kick, in it goes. Godsav Tellman will bring it down. Cuts it back to Winkler on the edge. Out it goes to Dakic, the centre-back. Dakic! Oh, he's hit the post! He's hit the post. Oh, so unlucky. We get thrown deep in their half. We are battering them now. 8 shots to 5. Let's get some fresh legs on. We're actually going to go on attack on both wings as well. We've still got 1 win back on defend, which is how I like to set up. But we're going to get Hadara a bit further forward because he does have better attacking attributes than Sazbo, even though he's actually not playing well. So he's going to come off for Suto in this one. Fitness-wise, I think everyone's doing okay. So I think we can go on match rating, to be honest. Winkler's having a shocker on a 6.5. Sazbo not playing great either. Smosler not playing great. This is irritating, isn't it? This is irritating. We didn't manage to secure a right back, although the transfer window's still open, by the way. So we still have a bit of time to try and find a right back and potentially another goalkeeper. As Lesak into Sankovic, he goes out to Mim. Mim on the right side. Sazbo tackles him really well. Puts it infield to Cizagli. Cizagli ball through to Winkler. Winkler! Come on! He's offside. He's offside. Oh, it's better though. It's better. Come on. It's better. It's better. Do we go attacking? I think we do. We've got these guys on the ropes. 20 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get a few more fresh legs on here. 6.4. Siorkis not having a great game. Gajarin can come on for him. We'll go with... I fancy getting Bents on. Let's do Bents for Godsav Tellman in there. Sazba at right back's not having a game. So Rosas can come on for him. And right, that's it. That's it. 10 minutes to go. We're playing attacking. We've won the header. Cizagli chests it down. Holds it up well. Through to Winkler again. Winkler on his left foot. Cuts it back. Cizagli into the box. It's a goal. Come on. Those two are our best players of the season so far. Winkler and Cizagli. Cizagli sort of came out of nowhere. Wasn't in my starting 11 when we went through the squad. But it's just seemed to just take in that false 9 role and the attack midfield role by the scruff of the neck. Winkler cut it back to him. He was on the edge of the box. Great first touch to take it past his defender. And it is 1-1. Can we have the momentum to go and get a winner? Navratali puts it in. Header over the bar. And we'll give some encouragement to the team to try and get that winner with just under 10 minutes to go. I do think we've been the better team here. I do think we have been the better team. We're going to make one final change, which is put a Segundo Volante in there just to give us an extra body running forward. 4 minutes of added time. 2 minutes, 1 minute. It's going to be a draw, isn't it? On camera it is. It's a 1-1 draw. We don't go top of the league, which is more disappointing. But we dominated the game again. All the match momentum. We made the changes. It worked out in our favour. Yeah. 15 shots to 8. 6 on target to 2. A much better XG. Just unlucky. Just unlucky. Cizagli gets man of the match on an 8.1. Oh, it's just been confirmed as well. We've officially released Bence Lorinx on a free transfer. The 28-year-old didn't play any games for us. He has gone to hopefully find a new club. But yeah, 28 years old. He's a 6'2". He probably could have been a good target forward for us. Can he head the ball? No, he can't really head the ball. And he can't shoot. He doesn't like big games. Competitive streak. Consistent, but no, fine. I'd rather give it a youngster a go. Yorkis is playing well as a left midfielder, which is good. We get Redor. Sesh makes his debut. And we're still 11 games unbeaten in the league, which is pretty good, to be honest. We can't be moaning too much as a newly promoted team to be third in the table. 1 point off top. Can we get that top spot? It's going to be very interesting. Given that we've beaten Vazaz and Mezca Vezda, we could easily be top of this league. Right, we'll be back. I was going to say for youth intake day, but I think it's going to be rubbish. The prediction is pretty rubbish. It's ease all across the board, but you just never know. So I think we will come back for youth intake day. We'll make a video of that, and we'll use that video to do the tactical discussions about all the research that I've been doing as part of this save to build into our philosophy. And it will explain the signing of Norbert Sesh a little bit more. But thank you so much for watching. If you're excited for the series, if you're enjoying it, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We're ever close to 10,000 subscribers. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.